So in this video, what we're gonna do is bring you 5 fragrances that are so good you're gonna need a backup bottle. So sometimes a fragrance, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. All 5 of these fragrances are fragrances that are so good that despite all the various ones that I have in my car, all the ones I'm looking to get, I've had it be a priority to get a backup bottle of all these. So I ran through my initial bottles and it was time to get a second bottle of them, okay? We got 5 and we're gonna get right into it. The first fragrance is one that clones a DNA or is replicated of a DNA that is very popular, and that Creed Aventus DNA. I've mentioned it before numerous times and I'm gonna always mention it to you guys. But this fragrance is from the brand of Mont Blanc, and this fragrance is called Mont Blanc Explore. So Mont Blanc Explore is gonna have main notes of bergamot, vetiver, and patchouli, and just so we have it, boom, we got both my bottles right here. So went through my initial one, got the backup one. Part of the reason why I like Mont Blanc Explore is one, just the fresh and adventurous vibe that it gives off with this fragrance. It's really nice, fresh, daily driver with great lasting power. It's got that woody but citrusy and then floral, masculine presence that it gives. So I really enjoy it. I really like it, and I think it's one. Also, it's affordable too. So instead of paying that full price for Aventus, you can get your hands on Mont Blanc Explore, have a great daily driver scent, great DNA, and you'll be able to pull compliments with it. All right, second fragrance that we have up on the list is one from the brand of Yves Saint Laurent, one of the most popular, one of the most timeless, classic, and seductive fragrances that have ever been created. I ran through my initial bottle, waited, and it was time to get my second bottle. And this fragrance is going to be called Yves Saint Laurent, and this is La Nuit de l'Homme. All right, so La Nuit de l'Homme is going to come out with that cardamom, lavender, and cedar as some of the main notes. Again, we got both my bottles. So again, ran through my initial 1.7 ounce, so I had to get the full size 3.3 ounce. Always get the bigger size of La Nuit de l'Homme, because the only downside to it is that it has been reformulated. With that, the longevity isn't as great, but if you use this as your date night scent, you will really have a nice, high quality fragrance that will really be able to put you in the best light with the person that's supposed to someone. You'll have a great first impression, and you'll definitely be one of the best smelling people in the room. All right, now this next fragrance we're going to be talking about is one from the brand Armaf, and this is one that is, again, another Creed Aventus inspired type of fragrance DNA, but they put a little bit of a different spin with this one. And every flanker, every fragrance is going to have its own unique qualities, but this fragrance that we're going to be talking about here is going to be called Club de Nuit Intense Man by Armaf. So Club de Nuit Intense Man is going to come out with that lemon, that black currant, that birch. And so the reason why this one is a little bit different from even the Mont Blanc Explorer is that this one's gonna have a much more woody and smokier vibe than the Mont Blanc Explorer or other Creed Aventus type DNAs, where it's a little bit more citrus to those other ones. This one's gonna give it more of that wood and smoky vibe and appeal that I like and I enjoy. Plus, it's even less expensive than a Mont Blanc Explorer. You can get this, you can get a big bottle of this for $25 on Amazon right now. And so if you really enjoy those fragrances, coupled with the fact that it has really great lasting power, you can't beat that. So there you go, 2 bottles of them, and I'll probably be looking to get a third here coming soon. All right, now the next fragrance is one that is probably one of my favorites of all time, one of my favorites in my collection, even with it being a clone DNA and even being an inspired by fragrance. It's one that I'm always pulling. I gave away one. I've had it being given out as gifts, and people have always reached out to me and be like, hey, I get so many compliments about this fragrance, which I enjoy. Every time I wear this fragrance, I always get massive compliments on it. So the fragrance we're gonna be talking about is from the brand of Afnan, and this one here is called Afnan Supremacy in Heaven. So literally bought 2 bottles. These are 2 full-size bottles, because you can get Afnan Supremacy in Heaven for $25 right now. Afnan Supremacy in Heaven is going to also come at us with black currant, but it's also going to come at us with mandarin orange as well as green tea, musk. All right, so this is a really nice, inspired by fragrance of Creed Silver Mountain Water. Put simply, I love it for just this fresh, clean, crisp sort of waterfall appeal, but there's a level of smoothness and a level of sweetness a little bit for me that I get with the sandalwood that I just love. When I wear this, it really makes me feel fresh, clean, invigorated, and it really helps boost my confidence, helps elevate my mood. So this is one I'm always finding myself pulling, wearing. And part of the reason why you're seeing a lot of fresh fragrances is, again, living in a warm weather city, you tend to pick up warm weather fragrances for the environment, but these are ones that go great whether it's humidity, but these also can be used daytime, nighttime, so they're great for multiple occasions, which is why you see these in the list, all right? Last fragrance for the day is one of my personal favorites, one I'm always referencing on the channel. One of probably the most complimented fragrance in my collection. Even though it's the designer, it's not the most expensive. For me, my body chemistry, and just for my presence and how I like to wear fragrances, one, I'm always falling back to. So I'm on bottle 2, and it's about to be bottle 3. But this one here is none other than Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Male Le Parfum. So Le Male Le Parfum is gonna come out with some cardamom, iris, vanilla, and oriental notes. Put simply, this has a really elegant and sophisticated vibe to it. It's one where it has fresh qualities, but it also has the aromatic and sweet touch. But it's the perfect blend of the two, where it's not overly gourmand and vanillic, but it's also got some fresh appeal where you can wear it in multiple occasions, multiple settings. It's also really subtle, right? So it's not the loudest fragrance, but when you walk by people and they get a whiff for you, it's always gonna be like, where did that go? What was that? And it turns heads, it pulls compliments, creates conversations, creates opportunities. So for me, those are things I love. Those things that I enjoy about being a fragrance collector in the hobby. One of the best things is when you get complimented on your fragrance, all right? So if we recap it, again, you want that fresh, clean, citrusy Mont Blanc. Then you want to go with this one here, Mont Blanc Explorer. If you like that oriental, sexy, aromatic fragrance for date night, you want to go with this one here, La Nuit de L'Homme. You want to go with that Creed Aventus DNA, but a little bit more woodsy. Boom, Club de Nuit Intense Man. You like that Creed Silver Mountain Water DNA, that fresh waterfall. Boom, Afnan Supremacy in Heaven. And lastly, if you want that timeless, aromatic, balanced, boom, you want to go with this one here, Le Male Le Parfum. There you go, guys. Those are 5 of the top fragrances where they're so good that you'll be able to need a second bottle of them. Remember, guys, you look good, you feel good, you smell good, you create opportunities for yourself. Again, I appreciate all you guys who listen and tune in, tap in with the channel. Make sure to subscribe to the channel down below, and we'll catch y'all tomorrow with the next one. Much love.